Turning to a very important story, and a push for facts and government accountability by one of the rising figures in the Democratic Party, New York Attorney General Letitia James. First elected in 2018, she pledged to uphold truth and law from talk of investigating Donald Trump if warranted, who has, of course, plenty of business in her jurisdiction, to going after anyone, no matter their position or popularity.
In this state, we have a set of laws that every individual and entity must be held accountable to, regardless of who you are, regardless of your power, size, influence, wealth, or station in life. One set of laws. And today, we send a strong and loud message that no one is above the law.
No one. And James making waves now with a new probe of a very big challenge, how New York's been handling and accounting for the COVID crisis in nursing homes. And that has her confronting Governor Cuomo, who's been in the epicenter of the COVID battle, especially considering how the virus hit New York so hard so early, which put Cuomo out front in that COVID battle, basically as much as anyone in the country, working, briefing the public, and making plenty of rounds.
Today is day 286. We're doing 3 COVID operations at the same time. Wear a mask. Today is day 100, and it is a day that New York City begins to reopen. New York State will mobilize an army. No state will do it better. You don't defeat a virus with politics. You use science and technology.
Some say that going on shows like Ellen, where she's pumping your head up with helium about how great you are, the cover of Rolling Stone, that you now, as we used to say in the neighborhood, think who you are.
To do Ellen's show was a pleasure for me. I'm a big fan of Ellen. Yes, she said nice things about me.
Yes, she did.
Which she didn't say about you,
Nope.
but she was just telling the truth.
You're feeling pretty good about yourself these days, aren't you?
There's nothing easy about governing New York during this pandemic. Attorney General James, though, is investigating one of the toughest problems in nursing homes, releasing a new and important report that states New York, under the Cuomo administration, severely undercounted people who died of COVID in nursing homes. Now, this matters for the same reason that people have been so focused on science and facts over this past year. You need accurate facts to confront any danger accurately. The report stating that New York was undercounting the number of elderly people in nursing homes. Here's how the New York Times reports it. James was proved correct, as New York Health Department officials made public new data that added more than 3,800 deaths to their tally, representing nursing home residents, increasing fatalities by 40% in that category. Now, here are the actual numbers. The death toll from nursing homes in New York had been put at around 1,229. With this new report that I'm telling you about, it jumped up to 1,914. Another specific example, a nursing home had 1 confirmed and 6 presumed COVID deaths. The report found there were actually quadruple that, with 31 dead in that early stage by mid-April. A different nursing home told the health department it had 11 confirmed and presumed deaths through August. This new report found 40 deaths. The Times report continues discussing this new work by James' office, saying it illustrates how unprepared the nursing home industry was. Cuomo had long dismissed the critiques of his policies governing those facilities as partisan attacks from the Trump administration. Now, there's nothing partisan about telling the truth about COVID's impact to inform the work ahead. Indeed, a Democrat in New York who runs the state's health committee says this administration's approach, at least on the nursing home issue, is, quote, shocking and unconscionable. The wider context is that nursing homes were hit hard, early, and it was a disaster.
As the flags at half-staff indicate, COVID-19 has proven devastating to the Long Island State Veterans Home. 46 residents in this facility have already died.
This didn't have to spread to so many residents there. It's touch and go, and all I have is prayers, hope and prayers.
The James probe is ongoing. The report states her office is investigating circumstances where discrepancies cannot be accounted for. The Cuomo administration says that change that I'm telling you about in this accounting is about where these deaths occurred, but not the total. And they note, quote, there was no undercount of the total death toll, objecting to the idea that any death was not counted. They say deaths were counted, and this is a matter of categorization. The issue in New York is partly about where people contracted the COVID that killed them. That's why it matters so much to policy that the truth be accounted for in public, that the number who died in nursing homes, it turns out, was 40% higher than the government was saying just a few days ago. And at a time when science and facts are under attack from all sides, it's worth noting that it took a subpoena-powered investigator to get more facts about these deaths, and that getting all the facts, of course, is more important than whether it puts heat on any particular arm of government, be it controlled by a Democrat or Republican. James clearly has no problems clashing with the most powerful Democrat in her party, in her state. Her office says it is still working forward on investigations of 20 other nursing homes. She also noted that her approach right now is different than normal because of the emergency, stating they would normally issue a report with findings and recommendations after investigations and enforcement activities are completed. However, these circumstances are far from normal. I think that's one thing we can all agree on. We should also note that today, the White House indicated that the Justice Department would look at this issue in New York, and the updated numbers are one more reminder that, yes, it often takes a lot of pressure to get to the full truth.
They have been denying the reality of the situation from the beginning. You want to start over, you want to hit the reset button. I'll tell you how we hit the reset button in this country. We start this time with the truth.
Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.